Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here.
The relationship between India and Pakistan is one that has seen a lot of lows.
It's stressful, it's tense.
It seems it's not improving and it's getting worse.
It's only been 60 years that we have been apart. Before that, we were living harmoniously together.
I think all the strife would go away if you took away the Baghdad in the middle of the two countries.
It saddens me that we have this neighbor that we can't even go visit.
They have this perception which they've ingrained in their heads that as the bad guy. But when they actually meet them, they realize, you know what, just like me.
Mainly because there's no communication. They're near us, but we have no access to them. And it's sad. Because together, I think we would do wonders.
Creating an environment where young people can exchange ideas, thoughts, gestures, and take away that communication gap that exists.
If I have any opportunity to go to India, I'll surely go there.
The whole idea of actually touching hands, it's like communicating with each other without words, and that action speaks louder than anything else.
It's like, this is what we're supposed to do, right? We are going to take minor steps so that we are going to solve bigger issues.
It is more about, how similar we are as opposed to how different we are.
Togetherness, humanity, this is what we want. More and more exchange.
So some of you that couldn't see properly from there, what we did was we put a vending machine in a mall in Delhi. We put another vending machine in a mall in Lahore. Both had screens, touch screens. If you look from one side, you can see what's going on in the mall in Lahore. And if you're sitting in Lahore and looking at the vending machine, you can see what's going on in India. It's almost like a doorway into the two countries. And when you touch the screen, and somebody else touches the screen and puts their hand in your hand, the screen makes a heart. Or if you touch the screen and you do something else, it says do a dance. If two people dance from both sides, they both get a free Coke. We did this. The amount that people on both sides just smiled, laughed, shared a little bit of happiness with each other and forgot about the problems the two countries had. It was just a simple example. As I said, what unites us is stronger than what divides us. And we've done things like this, and I've got other examples where in Philippines we created this program where we got Filipinos back home for Christmas. All these are examples of what I call cultural relevance that makes Coke more than just a bottle of liquid. But it's a brand that makes people smile, it's a brand that brings us some happiness to people. Just a little moment of happiness every day, everywhere in the world. But as you were mentioning earlier, the triple bottom line, right? it's not just about profits. If you think about the way business used to be operated in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, people used to say the only goal of business is to make profit. Jack Welch, the chairman of GE, famously said that the sole purpose of business is to create shareholder value. That was then. But over the years, we've started to realize, and most companies have realized, that you can't have a sustainable business unless the community is sustainable. Otherwise, you'll have revolutions, like you had in the Arab Spring. Otherwise, you have like the Maoists in Nepal. You have all kinds of problems will happen if business does not help create sustainable communities. Business can't survive. So our chairman reflects this message. And so as a result, over the years, we have created for ourselves a framework for sustainability that has 3 pillars. It's called me, we, and world, which is for us to be a sustainable business, for us to create better society, better communities. We have to make sure that we do the right thing for individuals, we do the right thing for communities, and we also do the right thing for the environment. And within each of them, we have a number of activities and programs that we do across the world, globally, and in India, to promote healthy, active living, nutrition, responsible marketing. We promote women's empowerment, workplace rights, and water conservation. I'll give some examples specifically. We all know that the product we sell, Coca-Cola, which is the flagship product in the portfolio, Thumbs Up, Sprite, it contains calories. It contains sugar, not as much as you might think. How many calories do you think? How many calories do you think a small bottle of Coca-Cola has? 140, 300, any other guesses? Calories in a small 200 ml bottle of Coca-Cola. 200? My God. We need to educate people. It's 84 calories. 84 calories in a 200 ml bottle of Coke. That took 0. That took 0 calories. It's really 0. I promise you, we sell Diet Coke in over 100 countries. We would not lie about that. I promise you. Some government or the other would come after us and say you're wrong. Okay, and it's very easy to test. It's very easy to test the calories. If there's any scientist or anyone in the chemical industry, you can test the calories in a beverage. And I can guarantee you, if we say 0, it is 0. But 84 calories is 84 calories, right? So how do we make sure, and we also know that today, while India is not yet there in many parts of the world, we do have problems with obesity. In India, we have problems with other lifestyle diseases that are growing. Now, we don't believe that we can continue to grow our business. We cannot grow our business. We cannot grow our business if our consumers aren't healthy. Right? If our consumers are not healthy and active, they won't be able to burn 80 calories every time they drink a Coke. So one of the big things we do across the world is we promote healthy, active living. And we encourage youngsters, we encourage even adults and other communities around the world to get out and get fit, play sports. We are the longest sponsors of the Olympics. We've been sponsoring the Olympics since the 1920s or 30s. I don't know the exact date, so I won't say, but for nearly 100 years, we've been sponsoring the Olympics. We've been sponsoring the FIFA World Cup for decades. in almost every country in the world, we have programs to create sports and sponsor sports events, because that's the best way to get people out there, best way to strengthen communities, that's the best way to get people fit. And once you've gone out and played football for half an hour, you can drink 4 Cokes and not have to worry about the calories. So, but more importantly, as we said, we cannot have a sustainable business without a sustainable community. And a sustainable community requires healthy, active lifestyle. The second thing that we are very, very conscious of is what we call responsible marketing. Again, let me show you here. We were amongst the first companies to put the calories in the front of the pack. Right? So whenever you take any Coca-Cola product, or a can. So a bottle of Coke, so every bottle of Coke, every can, every thing will have the calories written in the front of it. Transparency in what we do. Behind that, you'll see the nutrition label. Everything that's in a Coke is listed up there. So if you read that, you'll see that Coke has got natural flavors, by the way. It's naturally flavored. In 1885, when Coke was invented, in 1885, when Coke was invented, the one who invented it used a lot of natural flavors, essences, and spices from all over the world to create the secret formula. So that was before all these chemicals were invented for, and the formula hasn't changed since then. But transparency in communication, but more importantly, we have a global policy of not marketing to children. We will not, you'll never see Coke on programs that are targeted at children. So for instance, Cartoon Network or channels where children are there. We also have a policy of not making our products available in schools unless the school principals or the parents ask us to be there. So we have a global policy of not marketing to children or not being in schools, because we believe that any child under the age of 12 must have a parent deciding what's right for them. We also believe that we will never promise something we are not. So we don't go out and make health claims unless we can justify it or sustain it. And also balanced diets. You all mentioned Diet Coke. While in India we only have Diet Coke, around the world we have over 400 products that are zero or low calorie, using a variety of sweeteners, both natural and non-natural sweeteners. So that's the first thing, personal well-being. What are we doing around the world to promote that? The second thing is social well-being. 2 years ago, our chairman made a commitment on behalf of the Coca-Cola company that by 2020, we will empower 5 million women entrepreneurs around the world. When I look around this room, this is the Ludhiana Management Association. What would the percentage of men be out here? Probably 85. If you go anywhere in the world, typically in business, in economic arenas, you'll find it's mostly male dominated. And what you find is that unless you empower women, societies don't develop, can't grow, because women are the ones who bring up their children, women are the ones who keep the family together, women are the ones who do a lot of things that make healthier communities. And when women get empowered, they have fewer children. When women get empowered, they have fewer children. And that also helps in reducing poverty. When women get empowered, they teach their children better, the children get educated better. So all these things made us realize that for us to promote healthy communities, we must empower women economically. So, examples, and I'll show you a video of what we're doing over here. We started this program 2 years ago, and we are well on our way to achieving 5 million by 2020.